Welcome, welcome, welcome. What up? It's me, Titus,
And it's your boy MBG Low KRG.
and we got 300 over in the cloud. You got to turn your mic on, 300. We can't hear you.
Oh man,
Yeah.
season starting already, man. Hey,
Yo, it's time. We're going to do the pre-show. So what this is, just to give everybody an idea of what to expect going forward, we're going to talk about the matchups for the week. We're going to talk about what we think the strategy should be for the teams. Give a little bit of just some back and forth on where we think the game's going to go, who should go in for the rotation. And then at the end, determine who we think is going to win these games this week.
Yeah, we're going to talk that talk for sure.
Yeah, so we'll see at the end of the season who got the best record. Do I have the best record in predictions, 300? Low key, who's going to have the best record for the predictions of the games?
You know who's coming.
Yep. And so we'll talk through first game on Friday. So Friday, if you're watching this and it is Friday or Thursday, then you already know what's coming. The game is the Gorillaz versus the Bandits at 6 o'clock.
Make sure you tune in. This is going to be a match. Listen, we got the Gorillaz. They are 1-0 to start the season. The Bandits 0-2 after a rough weekend facing us, So let's see what we got going on here today.
Yep. So first we'll go into the rotations themselves. So just to go through some of the roster, and you guys can agree, disagree, whatever, but at the end of the day, I think for the Bandits, it's obvious what their squad is going to be. One of the main players that I think is going to have to go in is Pokestar.
He's so feared in the league in Smash that we had to FF when we were going against them.
Yeah, I mean, the combination of him and Mayer, they were a problem, and they have been a problem for a while. And actually, last game, he showed out in a lot more games. I mean, he showed out in Guilty Gear. He showed out in Smash. He made everybody forfeit. And then I can't remember what the other fighter was, but he definitely was showing out and really.
I think it might have been Tekken.
Yeah, Tekken. So he's proven himself as a premier player on the Bandits, somebody that is going to help them get some wins under their belt. And so I think he's somebody that's got to play. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. You talking about the guy that was playing in Tekken, right? Lucima, I think his name was.
No, Pokestar.
Oh, Pokestar. Oh, yeah, Pokestar's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
When I was with Pokestar, I had the time to train with Pokestar, and Pokestar was going crazy.
Yeah, yeah, and he did. I think they played Street Fighter too. And he crushed it. So I mean, I think Pokestar is a must. He's got to go in. Next person that I think is going in. I honestly, do you think we see Rex this week? Anybody think we see Rex this week?
Nah.
We need to see it, man, honestly, because, listen, last week he was coming over. Well, there were some of the fighting games. I'm not a big fighting game player, so I was on the couch watching. He was coming over. He was talking that talk. He was like, oh, no, they should have did this. They should have did this.
Yeah.
So I want to see him in there. I want to see what he can do for sure because he was talking it.
Is he ducking?
Nah, Rex is better coached.
Yeah.
Better coach than player.
You think?
100%. I mean, Rex got his games. He's got his guaranteed games. Definitely, Rex is nice at Smash.
Okay.
No doubt.
Okay.
Rex is nice at CTR. He's up there.
For
you, those that don't know, Rex trained Jury on CTR.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he's definitely got some of his fighting games in his bag as well. But I think overall, Rex should he's better off coaching because that's kind of what I learned this last weekend. Like, I felt like me as a coach was exciting and way better as a player.
Yeah. Well, if he's a Smash player, you're right. He is better off coaching, honestly, because he don't got to see me.
Yeah, I think I don't think we see Rex this week. I hope to see him at some point this season. So I would say Mayer. Mayer's got to be in the lineup. And if they want to have a chance against the Gorillaz, they got to make sure they take the games that Pokestar and Mayer play. The Fortnite, Smash, Tekken, most of the fighting games, they're pretty solid in. So I would say they have to play those two.
Yeah, for sure. I would say Fortnite is probably the one shooting game that's like really up for grabs that each team maybe has one player, but because it's a 4v4, it's really up for grabs each time it comes up on the wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Pokestar and Mayor are like the definition of this league. Man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get put on the wrong team, and then you just need that right team, that right lineup, and that right wheel around you. And they definitely both got a buff on this wheel that came up, before last season. It wasn't so great for them, but now this season, this is their rise to fame.
Yeah, I agree. So let's see. So next player, I would say Painful Boar. He showed his stuff in Rainbow Six, and a couple of the shooters, they did really well. I mean, against you guys, they were putting up numbers.
They definitely did put that pressure on us, especially led by him for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was because of 300's coaching or
That's crazy. Like, coaching is magnificent. All right.
yeah, I mean, but they put the pressure. They put the pressure on you a little bit. And I think he had. I mean, his KD was all right throughout the game. So I think we see Painful Boar this week.
Yeah, for sure. Add him in there.
Yeah, I think the Bandits, what really helped them out last week was a wheel. They got a really good wheel that they needed. So, I mean, ultimately, that's what it comes down to. So, like, that's why you have to practice a lot of these other games, and that's what they're doing now. They got a lot of rookies on their team, and you can tell they've been grinding and really playing together and trying to get those games done.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So fourth player, let's see. I haven't had a chance to see this guy, Rocket Zero. So my guess is we'll see both him and Magnus Sam.
Now, Magnus Sam was putting in that work last week as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Bandits, the whole team, they obviously showed that they're, they're here to compete for sure. And I think it was led by Magnus Sam. It was also led by Pokestar, and it was also led by. Let me get the correct name here. Boar. Man, they were doing everything they needed to every time the rotation came. Like 300 said before, the wheel was kind of in their favor in terms of the games that they were getting. But they made sure they showed up even on the games that they didn't want to play.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Magnus Sam was one of the top rookies in the draft. A lot of people was definitely looking at Magnus Sam, wanted to get him on the team. And also, you know, Rocket, he didn't do too bad himself. He did carry. He held his weight. He wasn't a dead weight on the team at all. And again, some of those games that, you know, the Ghosts didn't practice last week, you know, you can tell the Bandits definitely were on them.
Yeah, a lot of times that's really what it comes down to. Like those games that people don't want to play, you put a little bit of time into them, and it can really shift the tide in your favor.
20 minutes, man. That's what I tell my team.
Yes, sir.
I tell them all the time.
I think the biggest difference coming down into the stretch of the season is who's practicing over the break, who's playing the games that they don't want to play. That's going to be who gets that 40K.
Yeah, that second half of this season is going to be very interesting to see who comes back with a vengeance, who comes back like with a team mentality, who comes back with just practicing the games. And so, all right, so I think we definitely see Jericho. His leadership in the last game was phenomenal. I mean, Jericho was leading the team to victories that I did not think they should have been getting, but he proved me wrong. I mean, Jericho came from the Gorillaz, and I think he's going to come with a vengeance in this game this Friday.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely did hear him being quite vocal out there. Their whole team was. It seemed like they were really enjoying it while we were playing them.
Yeah, definitely. Jericho is definitely one of those players that, you know, you hate to see to go on your team, but it was just something that needed to be done. And Jericho has that chip on his shoulder. You know, he started off at the Bandits with me, then went to the Gorillaz, and now he's back home at the Bandits. You know, like he told me, hey, he's back home in Cleveland. He's bringing that chip.
Hey, I love it. I love that. So let's see. So I would say that's probably going to be the 6 if Rex doesn't play. I think they go with the 6-man again. But, I mean, time will tell. That's my guess.
I like this lineup. They're going to give the Gorillaz a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think we probably see possibly Luke Sami, I think is how it's pronounced. But either way, I still think it's a 6-man roster. That's how I see it going.
Right.
I really do. Unless Rex plays, I think they go with a 6-man. They did really well with that. Now, on the Gorillaz side, on the other hand.
On the Gorillaz side, 1-0. 1-0 right now. Yep. But their win is against the Trolls.
The Trolls.
So how much are we crediting that win, you know? Because I think the Trolls are 0-3 right now.
Yeah, I believe they are as well. So I mean, you give them credit. That last season they lost 1 to the Trolls, and then came and beat them the second time around.
Okay,
and so they've picked up a lot of solid players. Which I mean, I think for the Gorillaz, a couple players that we know for sure we're gonna see. I would say here. Let's pull up. Let me see. I would say probably. Well, of course, we're gonna see LJ, right?
Number one pick.
Yeah, LJ is a must. I would say in any game for any team, she would be a superstar.
Any game on the wheel.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
really,
But you gotta be that when you're number one pick. Honestly.
yeah, exactly. She hasn't let anybody down so far this season. So I think we definitely see her. And then Mr. OG. That's like you got to see them in every game. I would say.
Yeah, definitely. They're like the dynamic duo right
Yep.
now. So
that's fire.
The 1-2 punch right now. LJ and Mr. OG. So what LJ doesn't play, OG does play, and then what OG is not so great at, LJ's great at.
Oh yeah,
So-
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So it's definitely a good dynamic duel between the two of them, and it's going to be interesting because the Bandits got some fighting game players that's on the low.
Yep.
So
And the crazy thing is the two of them, like you said, they don't play the same games, but the games that they play together even still. So it's like you may not be the best at that game, but because she may not be the best, but because he plays it, she knows how to play it, right? And so you can depend on her to not feed the other team and be way below average. She's still going to be average in the game she doesn't play, and then way above average, if not the best in the league in the games that she does.
Yeah, for sure. I think it was Gundam Overwatch that I caught when they played the Trolls, and the team, like you said, was real cohesive. I saw you back there coaching.
Yeah.
Everybody was getting together. Honestly, I really look forward to this game.
Yeah. Gundam and Overwatch, they were both really solid at. He's Mr. OG is ranked in Overwatch, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and he's really, really solid at Overwatch.
That's
so
what
that's
I like
a game.
to hear. I don't know if you saw what happened in Overwatch yesterday.
Yeah,
We'll
I
get
did.
to that later, though.
Yeah, I did. So let's see. So number 3, I would say it's possible we see Rayon this week, but my guess is Mr. Fear. And the reason for that is because of how he played against the Trolls. So in Street Fighter, I'm not sure if you guys saw, but in Street Fighter, he after lockdown, pretty much wiped the rest of the team. He came through and then wiped everybody.
Full reversal, man.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
Full reversal. He did miss the final hit, which was a huge whiff and a moment for the league. It was hilarious, but then we had one person after him that cleaned up the rest of that match. So I think we see Mr. Fear. What do you guys think?
That's fire.
yeah, for sure. And those of you that don't know, Mr. Fear is really good at For Honor.
Oh,
So-
you telling. He telling.
I'm just saying, we here to talk strategy. I mean, those
Yeah,
who don't know,
yeah.
he's he may be just at the same level as Neutral.
I think he might be a little better than Neutral.
Oh,
Come on, man, you
I-
can't talk about the teammate
there's
like
both,
that.
there's both statements over here.
I think he might be a little better than Neutral if we're
Neutral-
real.
Neutral's 4v1 champ, baby.
He is, and I think we'll see the same thing from Mr. Fear if he ever gets the chance to play. The question is, will anybody let him play? I don't know. So going on player, the fourth, I would say, let's see.
We got to see stars, don't we?
I would say, well, Stars, I think Stars is further down on the, let's see. There
This
he
my
is.
young
Yeah,
boy.
for sure we see Stars this week.
I got full faith in stars. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we got it. I think when they're playing the Bandits, because the Bandits have some shooters in Magnus Sam, and Rocket and Painful Boar, they're gonna need something to counter that. And Stars is the perfect counter. He can beat pretty much all of them in any game, any of those games between him and Mr. OG. They're gonna be able to carry in shooters for sure.
Yo, honestly, I'm happy to see a person at such a young age in here getting it, grinding. I think Stars is going to be probably the future to UEL, being in here so early.
Yep.
He going to be a veteran by the time he 18, 19. So
Oh, yeah.
keep putting in that work, man. I'm happy to see you out there this week, and I think you're going to be able to lead that team to a dub.
Yeah, definitely. Stars is just full brighter energy, man. We all love it. As soon as he comes in, you just feel that energy from him, and he brings it to the team as well when he plays. And then again, he helps the team tremendously in shooters.
Yeah, and real quick, I think from what I've seen of him, he can pop off, but sometimes he can get a little too.
Yeah.
He can get a little too. I'm that guy. Listen, Stars, lock in, keep practicing. You'll be that guy when it's your time.
When it's your time. That's
a
right.
fact.
Yeah, that's all right, man. You can't no shortcuts.
That's a fact.
So let's see. So I would say this week we probably see Bernoulli. I'd say he's got to be in the lineup if they want to win.
Have to.
Yeah.
Bernoulli is a must.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, me and Hydro practice Bernoulli and Alchemist on FIFA.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
They're-
It was
They was
bad.
doing it to you.
It was bad, man. And again, you got to have the brothers out there, man.
Yeah.
You got the dynamic duo.
Yep.
Then
You
you
might
got
as
the
well
second
just
dynamic
you
duo.
might as well just see the other duo
Yeah, that's
in
fine.
Alchemist. Where is he at? Hold on.
You got to throw DMV in there, man. They need some racing.
You think?
They need some racing. When I look at that team, everybody else got everything covered, but I don't see no racers, man. A lot of these teams in the league don't have racers. So if you have somebody that does cover that, then you're going to want to have them in.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie, man. I would love to see Iconic come in, or either DMV, one of the two, and possibly Peruvian Poppy.
Okay.
So those are my three people that I would really like to see from the Gorillaz, because I feel like they could give a little bit more. I mean,
Yeah.
Peruvian and Poppy did show off on that first game. I was very shocked and surprised. I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
I asked myself that a couple times. So
Okay.
I want to see a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we could always be wrong. I do think that this I think Peruvian Poppy would be an interesting thing to see. I think it would be nice to see Hype playing with Stars, because they're both nice at shooters. Iconic would be another one to see. It would be nice to have him come back out and see what he can do with the team. So there's a lot that they can build around. And the question is, what will they decide? And that will have to wait to find out on Friday. But until then, this is what we're going to go with for our lineups as we do what we're going to call Friday simulation.
So my question is, when you look at these two lineups, what are you thinking?
Wait, let's start with you, 300.
Wait, 300. Don't let him duck that like that. Don't let him duck that like that.
Yeah, look,
He gonna pass it off to you.
You know I don't duck, man. I want all the smoke, and I know pretty much every team. So again, what I see here, I still see the Gorillaz taking this out, but I don't see it being like a landslide or anything like that. I think it's going to be a really close one, possibly even an overtime. Because again, these two teams match up really well together. They both got fighters, they both got shooters, and then the opposite fighters that they don't play, the other team plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be really interesting to see, because that fighting game category is a big category.
Yep.
And then also with shooters, I mean, I'm not going to lie, man. The Bandits is one of the top Fortnite teams in the league right now.
Yeah.
Talk that talk.
They definitely got it.
Yeah, they put that pressure on us.
So, yeah. So, I mean, they got some shooters in their bags, man. They weren't a walk in the park in Rainbow Six either. So, hey.
Can they stop Stars, though?
Stars is a really good player, man. But
Gotta pop off.
That four player on Fortnite, that 5 player on Fortnite makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I just think one person is not enough. It will never be enough. I think you need at least 2, maybe 3 players now in Fortnite.
Yeah, for sure. As the league progresses, you're definitely going to need to have players that can play multiple games. Listen, like 300 just said, let's hit that nail on the head. It's nice to be nice in Fortnite.
Yeah.
But are your 3 teammates?
Yep.
Let's talk about it.
Yep. And if they're not, then you better be real nice at Fortnite.
Exactly. So, which is why I'm going to have to give the edge to the Bandits this week, because honestly, look, 0-2 after 2 tough matchups so far. I think they're coming in with something to prove. The Gorillaz are 1-0. Their win is against the Trolls, so I'm a little sleep on them. I think they're going to win a lot of matches. Like 300 said, I think it's going to be a nitty-gritty game, but I'm ultimately going to give the edge to the Bandits.
And 300, who'd you give the edge to?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yo, yeah. Well, I'm gonna give the edge to the Gorillaz. I think that with if they play DMV and Stars, you don't see, and OG, you don't see a loss in shooters, any of the shooters. And I think that on top of that, you have most of the sports covered with DMV, Alchemist, Bernoulli. Even Stars plays a lot of the sports games.
Mm-hmm.
The fighters are covered by OG, LJ. And Mr. Fear. So and then racers, you already know. So I don't see them taking a loss this week.
I don't, man. Look, man, I got a lot of love for DMV, man. A lot of love for him. But I just don't think he solidifies all racers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could be wrong. we'll see this week.
Yeah, we'll definitely see.
Yeah, because if he loses any racers, I'm gonna be here commentating and I'll let him know about it.
Hey, yeah, as we should. We all
Yeah.
gotta hold each other accountable.
Exactly.
The eyes are on DMV, man.
Yep.
Make sure
Will
you
he
tune.
hold him down this week in the shooters? He got he better bring the DMV glass.
He told me he was in the lab last night.
Okay,
So
well, we'll see. We'll see this week. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna spin the wheel and run a simulation. So let's see what the first game would be against these two teams. Now, of course, the wheel is completely random, so whether or not this is actually going to be the turnout, it'd be interesting to see. But
right.
All right, so first game DNF.
DNF.
Now, I think we all know.
Yeah, we don't even got to talk
we don't
about
gotta
this
talk
too
about
much.
We don't got to talk about this. I think we all know.
Gorillaz.
So
LJ.
So first thing we know, LJ's going in, right? Bandits, we'll probably see Pokestar Mayor. Let's just say Pokestar goes in, right?
100% Pokey.
The Pokestar goes in, and we already know who wins. I mean, it's 1 point for the Gorillaz right there, because you're not seeing LJ take a loss to anybody this season.
They don't even play this game. Forfeit.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if this was a forfeit because
So I would do it a little bit different if I was Rex. I honestly wouldn't put in Pokestar. I'll probably put in Rocket or Boar, and then just instantly forfeit.
So let's go 300 strategy then. So let's say
because you're probably gonna be looking for a rookie,
Yeah.
someone that's not gonna cost you too much to actually put in that match.
So what do you say, Boar?
Yeah, I would say Boar.
Okay, so we go Boar, and then we spin the wheel. We already know who wins this. Ain't no question about it. LJ's taking that dub, and y'all gonna have to prove us wrong. So let's see. Do we see another fighter? No, Apex. Now, come on now. I think no matter who you put in here, you're going to have to play Stars, Bernoulli, and Alchemist.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I wouldn't put in Alchemist. I mean, I don't think they don't need Alchemist.
It's overkill.
Yeah, I think it's overkill. I would put in, DMV or something. Well, now you got to save DMV.
Yeah, you want DMV.
Right. You want to have
You're
that
right.
racing availability.
You're right. You're definitely right on that lineup. Yeah.
So they run Stars. Oop, that's the wrong one. So they run Stars. Oop, still wrong one. Here we go. Stars, Bernoulli, and Alchemist. Okay.
And then on the Bandit side, I think we're gonna see Jericho.
Okay.
Probably Magnusam.
So Jericho, Magnusam. Okay.
Who do you guys think that third pick is gonna be?
Yeah, I think it's got to be Rocket, right?
Nah, I would say Rocket. I'll probably put in Mayor.
Okay.
To be honest.
All right. So we'll go with 300 strat and put in Mayor. So
And then when I look at this matchup, I'm not gonna lie, the Bandits are gonna be sweating because it's a 2-0. It's a quick 2-0.
Yeah.
It's a quick 2-0.
Hey, I don't think it's a quick 2-0, man. Don't sleep on Magnusam, man. I play with Magnusam. Magnusam is all right in Apex.
But is he beating Alchemist, Bernoulli, and Stars?
I don't know. Look, hey, he can keep up. All right. That's
Keep
all I'm
up isn't a win.
That's up. He
Yeah.
can keep up.
All right. Well,
Definitely for sure.
so who wins this?
I think it'll be close. I think the Bandits may take one. I don't think it's going to be a straight 3-0, but I think Bandits take one, and then, Gorillaz obviously overall take this.
Okay. Okay. So we're in agreement. Gorillaz are up 2-0. All right. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel. All right. So for those that don't know, now that we have this, the inactive players are the ones that are grayed out, right? So the grayed out players are inactive. And then you have the other players. Those are the ones that have that are still available to be played. So now that Street Fighter we know is a 5v5, right? It's another fighter. LJ is going to be available after the 2-play. Mr. Fear plays it. OG can play it. DMV, I mean he can play it, right?
Right.
I mean Pokestar could be a problem, but
Pokestar takes this.
Pokestar takes the whole thing.
Pokestar takes this.
So the matchup here is Pokestar versus LJ, huh?
Nah, Pokestar versus Mr. Fear.
Pokestar takes this 100%. Bandits win.
Really?
Hands down.
That's a crazy narrative.
This is why coaching is so important. Look at, even with Rocket and Pokestar, I think they can 100% take this. Even against, Mr. OG, Mr. Fear, DMV, LJ doesn't really play Street Fighter that much. Mr. Fear is, don't get me wrong, he's good, but he's not better than Pokestar.
Okay.
Pokestar can probably take the whole squad
Okay.
by themselves.
So then we go Pokestar and Rocket, and then it resets, right?
Yep.
So Pokestar, Rocket, reset, and then who else?
Probably Boar.
Yeah, it would be. You'll have to leave Magnusim out of this.
Okay.
Because I would keep Magnusim obviously as my anchor if I was Bandits.
Okay.
100%. And yeah, that's it. So it'll be Mayor, Boar, and Jericho.
Okay.
Because we got the Bandits on a 6-person roster, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, leave out Magnusim. 100%.
Okay. So then for the Gorillaz, the other two, what do you think? I honestly, I wouldn't even play LJ for this.
No, I would not play LJ.
Yeah, I would not play LJ.
Yeah. No.
So I would probably run the second two would be Alchemist and Stars.
Yeah, I mean, because you have to leave out. I would always anchor OG and LJ. So
Yep.
I mean, 100%. I mean, those would be my anchors if I was Gorillaz.
Okay.
Yeah, the biggest story with Street Fighter, just like a lot of these games, is okay, we have the players that are good at it, but what about the players that aren't good at it? What can they get in there and what can they do?
Mm-hmm.
So your racing game players, your strategy players, those other wheel players, they got to get in here and lock in if they want to win this. And
Yeah.
I'm not too sure that they can beat the Bandits, man, just like he said.
And I know I'm saying some UEL words. Titus, if you can for the crowd, explain what an anchor is.
So an anchor is the last person to play in a game like where it's 5v5. The anchor is the last person that's got to hold it down. They normally, like in a lot of games, they're gonna have to take out a whole team possibly, because if you got 5 characters versus 5 characters, and then this team loses everybody but their anchor, now this anchor has to take out everybody else all by themselves. So in a lot of these fighting games, the anchor is the person that everybody's depending on. And if Pokestar is anchoring and he can wipe the whole team, then Street Fighter is a win for the Bandits. And you heard it here first. 300 says the Gorillaz lose to the Bandits in Street Fighter.
100%. And then if you can, explain what the anchor is in the lineup as well.
Yeah, the anchor is just the last person in the lineup.
Well,
So-
I mean, I'm talking about like the game lineup. So like usually when we say anchor and
Oh,
LJ
okay.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the anchor in the lineup is the same thing. So normally your last person to play in your lineup, because you have to go through your entire lineup in order to be able to reset your rotation and use those players again.
Right.
And so you want to strategize who's left based on who can win that next game. Because a lot of teams, if they're thinking about it, they know that, okay, if I'm gonna take a loss on this game either way, I might as well put in maybe the players that are worse at the game to make sure that I win the next one. That way it's 1-1. You're okay with a 1-1, a trade. You take 1 point, I get the next one though, because you played your best players and I played my worst players, right? So that's what the anchor does. It basically holds it down when the other players go in. You normally want your last players that are ever used to be your anchor. So we say Bandits are now it's 2-1 Bandits. And we'll spin that wheel. So each time the wheel spins, a game comes off of that wheel. So now we know what this is.
This is super unfortunate for the Bandits.
So we know what this is right now. So Rocket League, that's an easy. We have Bernoulli out. We got OG. We don't even need to use LJ at this point, and it's over.
Yeah, that's why that anchor is important. We said we need to anchor OG, and look what comes up next.
Yep.
One of his best games.
Yep.
Rocket League.
So I think we know we're putting OG. I would say DMV and Bernoulli. I would say DMV and Alchemist. Sorry, DMV and Alchemist. So
I would not do that. I would 100% send Mr. Fear in instead of Alchemist. Alchemist is a vet. You got to keep Alchemist. He plays. He understands the league and plays more games. So
I just think with you want to have in Rocket League, you would want to have 2 players that know what they're doing. That way you can get setups. Otherwise, OG is just having to set himself up the entire time.
Right.
Do you not see this lineup?
Yeah, I
Do you
mean,
not see this?
I
Bandits lineup
I
going
do
in?
get what 300 saying. It might be a bit risky to send in both players when you look at the Bandits lineup. It really doesn't matter who they send in. They're
Yes.
probably not going to be able to compete.
with OG.
Honestly, Rex is probably going to have to strategize a bit more, thinking about the next game when he does put his players in.
Well, this is what I would do. What would the Bandit? Well, we know what the Bandits would do. So they got to reset and they got to go with Pokestar, Rocket, and Magna. So let's see if what I would do pans out. Okay.
All right,
So we'll
let's
spin the
see.
wheel. We got three. It's 3-1.
FIFA roll.
Nah, FIFA ain't rolling. UFC.
UFC.
So UFC actually Alchemist can play.
That's why I just gave you the eyes.
Um,
That's why I just gave you the eyes.
So LJ plays it as well though. But I would not use LJ for this.
No.
Because you're probably gonna have to go up against Jericho.
Yes. I mean, to be honest, I don't think anybody on the Bandits really plays UFC like that.
yeah, they got knocked out by Hydro.
Yeah. So, I mean, but Hydro's nice, though.
Hydro is real nice, yeah.
Hydro's,
Hydro's nice.
he's definitely one of the top UFC players. But, yeah, it was like a no contest at all in UFC. I mean, you can tell they didn't know what they were doing. So, I mean, maybe we do get away with Mr. Fear hopping on this and getting on. But this is 100% a 50-50. But
Yeah,
I got to
agree
go with the
that.
Bandits on this because I think Jericho. I know what I taught Jericho and pushing his head and told him what to do. So I think Jericho will go in for this, and then I think he can definitely jab him up.
Okay, so Jericho
Yeah.
versus Mr. Fear, Bandits take it. So it's 3-2.
Yeah, that game's definitely one that's more about availability.
Yeah. Because UFC, you either if you've played it, then you're much better. You're just much better off because it doesn't take too long to understand the mechanics. Okay, Halo.
Halo, big money.
Halo, who goes in? I mean,
You
and
got to
look,
go with those five.
this
Or
is
it's,
what I mean. This is a good game.
All right,
Yeah.
so this is what I'm saying here. All right, I'm gonna make a bold statement. If LJ has to go into the game, the Bandits win this.
LJ's good at Halo.
You think so?
She is. Yeah, she's good at Halo
Look,
because her and OG play.
I get it. I think. I mean, you still got stars available. You still
Yep.
got an OG. You still got LJ. But I know.
And
stars-
Bernoulli is a monster at this game.
I get it, but I just
And
think-
Alchemist.
I think the Bandits take this, man, with Boar, with Magnus.
Yeah, they got the Bandits got it. I think.
No way.
I don't know. Man.
No way. You're
right.
wilding.
Yeah, you're right.
You're
I am
wilding. You're
I am wilding.
OG.
You think so?
You're right.
Hold on.
I'm wilding.
OG.
Yeah.
Let me just show what this
I
looks
feel like fighting game players never had the
OG,
shooting games in their bag.
So the husband and wife combination and the brother combination, you think they lose?
No, you're right. I'm tripping.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because there's no way they take a L here. Halo is for sure going to be Gorillaz. I mean, you're playing Mayor, Pokestar, Boar, and probably Magnuson, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. So, I think the smart thing would be to forfeit, but I don't think they will.
No way. Ego is going to take over here.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look at me. I just thought they can do it too. So
Yeah.
if
Until
I
you
thought-
saw
If I thought, then
you know they think
you
it.
know they think.
Unless they're watching now. Good luck to you guys.
I don't think they're going
Maybe they can pull it off.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we shall see.
All right, next one. So it's 4-2. Gorillaz up. Let's see if it stays close. Okay, Wreckfest.
Wreckfest. This is a 5v5.
Yep.
Hey, look. I mean, nobody hasn't caught on to the strat yet in Wreckfest. So it's
Yeah.
been 3 weeks yet. So,
Yeah.
and
I know
haven't-
the Gorillas know it and have practiced it.
Oh, they're
people
running
don't
it.
know the strat.
Gorillas know it
People don't
and
know
have
what to
practiced
do.
it.
I'm telling you right now, people don't know what to do in Wreckfest yet.
Okay.
You're going to see it on the go.
I agree with you.
You're going to see it.
I agree with you, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
They know it and they've practiced it.
I mean, I don't know. I still, hey, look, Magnuson, nice Wreckfest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instantly, first time playing it during the combine. After that, killed it.
Mhm.
I've never seen him
In a
come
race though, right?
Yeah, in a race. I've never seen him come in second.
Does he beat DMV in a race?
I think he's up there. I mean, I
Ooh.
think like,
DMV beat Jury though.
That's pretty
I-
question.
I mean, I don't think anybody that's like a top Wreckfest player can't be beat.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
especially if they play smart. Like,
Right.
Yeah. I
You
think
just sent 3 buses at him.
Nah, I mean, not even with the buses, just racing, period. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Wreckfest is a really easy racing game.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
So, tap E-brake, go around corner.
Yep. Yep.
So-
Okay. So let's say we reset. We know we got Boar going in, and then who else goes in now? So Magnus Sam. I'd say who else?
You got to send in Jericho. You got to send in
Mayor?
Mayor.
Okay.
You have to anchor Pokestar.
Anchor
So,
Pokestar. Okay.
yeah,
So then
you have
Zero
to.
goes in, right?
Yes, Rocket 01.
Okay. And then on the other end, we pretty much know everybody except one, and that one, I would say it's got to be Alchemist.
Yeah, I think the story here is going to be strategies. What do teams decide to go? How many buses? How many cars?
Yep.
Are they going to race, or are they going to crash out and get everybody eliminated?
Yep. And what the map choice comes down to, there's a lot that'll go into it, but I think it'll come down to who actually understands this game, and that's really what it'll come down to.
Yeah, this game is all strategy.
Yep.
I mean, to be honest,
yep.
like you can be a good racer or you could be a bad racer.
Yep.
This game comes
Down to strategy. Yep. Even if you're the best racer, and we saw that actually with DMV against the trolls. He's winning by a long shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the troll, all it took was one troll, hit him, spin him out right at the end, boom, and then he's gone.
So,
right?
so the story here is this is the battle of coaches when this game comes out.
Absolutely.
Oh,
This game comes down to coaching for sure, along with a lot of other games, but this one is coaching. So who takes it? Let's have a vote here.
Hey man, look, I want it to be a good game. Bandits take it.
Gorillaz for sure.
I gotta go Gorillaz. I ain't gonna lie. I think they got it.
All right,
I
here
think
we
they
go.
got it.
Oh man,
5-2.
I think they got it. I think the Bandits is sick right now. I said they was gonna win.
You start going through that wheel, it looks a little different. So we'll go through three more, see what we got here. Rainbow Six. Now we know what we saw what the Bandits can do in Rainbow Six. They were a problem.
hey, 5-3 Bandits.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean,
Gorillas
don't know how to play no.
I gotta agree. I know Stars is a beast at this game, but he would have to carry the whole team.
Yeah,
from
this
what
is
I
a game
know.
that's super hard to carry. It's two taps and you're done.
Yep.
Listen, I'm gonna have to give it to the Bandits just like 300.
Okay. So and we know everybody but LJ.
Yep, gotta anchor LJ.
Yep.
And I think you'll see Magnus Sam and Jericho on the other side.
Okay. So Magnus Sam, Jericho, and then one more, right? Because it's five.
Yep.
5. Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah, right.
You gotta throw Rocket in.
Rocket. Okay.
Same there.
Magnus Sam. So, spin that wheel. 6-3. Or 5-3. 5-3. See what we got. 2K.
2K.
Now, come on now. I think we all know. LJ plays 2K. Stars plays 2K. Bernoulli plays 2K. DMV plays 2K. It's over.
Hey, you're using a very strong word saying they play.
Yeah, they play. They're in gamers.
There's a skill gap in that thing.
Nah, they're in gamers. Nah, explain the Bandits then. Who's playing it? Jericho.
I'm not gonna talk about it. Right, we're
It's-
just gonna spin the wheel.
It's Jericho. Hold on. Let me get these rosters right though. So I think they play everybody and Boar, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So
I mean, another thing you have to leave out Pokestar Mirror on this one, or actually, I think board. So, Pokestar Mirror will be left out.
okay. And then on the Gorillaz, you got to play LJ, so she stays active. And then the three more would be Stars. I'd say you got to play Stars. You got to play DMV and Bernoulli.
Yeah, I mean, look, Bandits, I went against you, but I'm rooting for you on this wheel right now.
Yep. Good luck. Good luck. Here we go.
Let's see what we get.
Dead by Daylight. Now this is just we might as well just spin it again.
Yeah,
High
shot game?
spin it again.
Yeah.
Nah, because it's gonna come down to that one's
FPS?
even. It's not even worth talking about. 'Cause
That's a 50-50.
it could go either way. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Gears. So
Nobody on either team knows how to play this game.
yeah, I don't know. I know Bernoulli and Alchemist play. DMV plays. Stars plays. I don't know if OG plays.
I have to give it to the Gorillaz just because I know more so what they would do. in Gears than the Bandits.
Yeah.
I just don't see I don't see it. Gears is really hard to like carry in unless you're extremely good, like somebody like Cutters or Super Noob.
Yep.
So and then even still, you can tell like you see them lose a couple of games.
Yeah.
Even still.
Yeah, because they still need a team to support in some instance, even if it's not like supporting them directly. It's like making sure that they're not feeding and always dying, so that the whole team can just focus on them.
Yeah.
Right, and this game is much like Halo in the sense that power weapons matter. You
Yeah.
got to be able to play the power weapons, know where they're at.
Yep.
You got to know what that map button is so you can pull it up and look, know when they're coming back. There's a lot of stuff you got to be in tune for this game, so I'm going to have to give it to the Gorillaz as well.
So there it is. Gorillaz 7-3. That's a tough start.
Yeah.
That's a tough start.
Yeah,
so
I think this, even with this, going into halftime, going into that last game, MotoGP, I mean, right now, 7-3 is probably halftime right now.
Yep.
I think that's good enough. And then going into MotoGP to start the next half, I mean, just a simple, I'm going to give it to, with the lineup that they got, I'm giving it to the Gorillaz. I mean, the Bandits here.
Okay. So do we all agree then? Are you still sticking to Bandits win the whole game or what?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I said Gorillaz win the whole game.
Oh, Gorillaz win the whole game, but it's close.
Yeah, it's close. And I mean, I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
7-3. I mean, everybody probably thinks number-wise it's far, but
It's not.
It's not
Not
far
now.
at all,
Yeah,
honestly.
you're
Right.
40 minutes away from
Yes.
a tie game. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I think you guys kind of made me eat my words. In the beginning, I said I thought the Bandits were going to be able to go 1-2 after this, but as we started spinning that wheel and it started to come up, man, it's looking like a lot of Gorilla wins. So best of luck to the Bandits this weekend.
Yep. Best of luck to the Bandits and the Gorillas. I'd say I still stick to it. I think Gorillas take this. I think you see a lot of people showing out. This will be the first time I do think we'll see the Gorilla starters and what they'll look like. So we'll see how that turns out. Best of luck to both teams. We appreciate you guys watching. I'm Titus.
And I'm Low Key RG.
Hey, it's your boy 300.
And we're signing out. Thanks for watching.